Alright, hello students. Here is my second video for week 1. This is the introductory video for your first look at eCampus and first week of classes. And so let me go ahead and get right into this. As you can see here, this is what you will see in yours. I can't use a student preview because then you wouldn't be able to see anything except for this here as I'm doing this video. So, but anyway, so things will look different to you than they look to me, maybe in some cases, just because I'm not in student preview mode. But what you'll see, the first thing, of course, is you're going to see the welcome module and you're going to see module 1. And I've already done a video to kind of introduce you to the welcome module and eCampus Ultra. And so this video, the second video, will be about the actual first module. And so this was to introduce you in as to what we'll be doing here in week 1. Now, so as I mentioned in my first video, this is how the weekly modules will look. They'll just be week 1, week 2, and then the module 1.1, module 2.1, 2.2. Remember that all you got to worry about is just what week you're in and what to do. And that's what the syllabus lines up with, is what week you're in. Okay? Don't be confused by the module 2, 2.1, 2.2. All that means is we're working on the same project or same main thing in both of those weeks. So 2.1 is the introduction to the annotated bibliography. 2.2 is more about the the annotated bib, and also gets into the source evaluation. So that's why you see 2.1, 2.2, but they are in individual separate weeks. So each module will have an overview like this, which will tell you kind of what all we'll be doing in that module, during that week, I mean. Right? So when that pops up here, let's see if it does. Yep. This is basically just gives you an idea of what we're going to be working on. So it's pretty much just a kind of a breakdown as to what we're working on. No biggie there. So that's what that will be. You should definitely look at it there so you can see for sure what we're working on and understand what we're doing that week. Now, the video guides, as I've already kind of mentioned, you will see video guides, not necessarily every single week, but most weeks you will probably have a video guide of some sort in there to help you understand what's going on in that week. This is your eCampus Ultra that you should have already watched. This is the one I'm creating right now, which is going to be the introduction to the week 1 and the JAC textbook. Actually, I might make those two separate videos. So you may see, like, video 2 might be just the introduction that I'm doing now. And this one might change to video 3 for the textbook, because I'll probably do those separately. But anyway, you'll always look for those video guides. They'll be in there in most weeks, like I said, and they will be very important. They're mostly made for visual learners, because I'm a visual learner, but they also will oftentimes, if not every time, include little things and hints and tips and stuff from me as to how to do things well and how to do stuff correctly. And so I highly suggest that you watch all of these, simply because you might be able to glean some stuff that you'll miss otherwise. All right. Now, my pacing guide here is just something completely voluntary. You can go in and read this guide. This guide basically is something you can either bring up here and read, or you can download it either way. But this is something I wrote several years ago, a few years back, to help my students that have a lot of classes going on and stuff, to pace yourself and to maybe be able to do a better job of, like, overcoming, because I have a big problem with this, overcoming hesitation, right? In other words, not wanting to start my work, right? So this is really good about that. First, it tells you how to pace yourself well, and then here it tells you more about pacing yourself in the classroom, and then it also talks about the this is the procrastination. Yeah, right here is where I talk about procrastination and how to deal with it. So those are some things that might be helpful for you. So check those out. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, of course, don't hesitate to ask. Now, your very first assignment will actually be simply to watch this formatting and tips video. This video, when you bring it up, it will show you, it's a video from me that tells you how to properly write your papers, how to format your papers with proper heading and stuff like that. So when this comes up, you'll want to watch this video. It's not real long, but you got to watch this video, and what you need to do is you need to take a note. So see right down here, it says, watch the video, take some notes on what you learned from it, and then post those notes into this assignment. So that's all you got to do. Watch this video. Again, it's only a little over five, almost 5.5 minutes. Watch this video that shows you some important stuff about what I expect you, how I expect you to write your papers and have them look, and then just kind of go into the assignment and complete it by providing some notes that you take from it. Okay, and that's it. That's all there is to that. That's your first assignment. Pretty easy going, right? So that's week one. Just getting familiar with this stuff and getting started on thinking about that specific assignment. Now, I would also encourage you to start right from this week on into next week to start thinking about a topic you want to write about. Let me bring myself up here so you can see my eyes and my encouragement here and my facial expression, because I want you to understand how important this is. Your topic that you will be completing during this semester is going to be the same topic all the way through the semester. From week 1 to week 16, all of it's going to be on the same topic that you choose in this first few weeks. So that's why it's so terribly vital, important to make sure that you consider what your topic is going to be. It's going to be a research topic, a topic that has two sides to it. It has to be an arguable topic. And what you're going to do is you're going to create an annotated bibliography where you're going to that's your first project, where you put the sources down on a list and talk about them. And then you're going to do the main thing you're going to be doing later down the road is going to be the big project, which is a research argument. They call it that, but I actually call it just a research essay, because you're not going to argue anything in that research paper. You're simply going to talk about what you've discovered in your research. Your argument paper will be the last essay you do, which will be toward the end of the semester, and that's going to be an actual argument paper. And that's where you're going to take a side on that same topic and write about what you've decided you believe is the truth about that topic. So, same topic all the way through, and that's why I talk about this at the beginning and make sure and try to really emphasize how important it is, because you can't come to me a month after this class has started and say, I want to change my topic. I'm going to say, I'm sorry, you're too deep into it now. You're just going to have to deal with the topic you chose. You don't want that to happen to you. So make sure your topic is either very, very interesting to you and you want to learn more about it. Maybe you don't even know a lot about it, or you do know a lot about it and you want to talk about it and research and learn even more, so that you can do a great job at arguing about it. Okay. So that's it. That's pretty much the end of this video. I just want to make sure you kind of introduce you these ideas, and especially let you know that from this point on, from the time you watch this video and into week 2, you're going to be thinking about and working on and coming up with your topic. So this is just kind of a heads up to that. All right. If you have questions, as always, let me know.